2015 was the hottest year since records began, according to NASA and the UK Met Office. New figures show the Earth's temperature was 1 degree Celsius higher than a century ago. Our science editor, David Shukman, has the story.
It was a year of violent extremes. Record heat fanned massive fires in California and Indonesia. Intense rainstorms triggered widespread floods. From the Caribbean to Japan, which was hit by an unprecedented downpour. And punishing drought has left millions hungry in Africa. And behind all this is a rise in global temperatures. Scientists say that's partly driven by our greenhouse gases and partly by a natural cycle called El Niño in the Pacific, where warm water releases heat and disrupts weather around the world.
The main reason that we have such warm temperatures is actually human-induced climate change, and that's the main factor, and then El Niño is contributing a small amount on top.
So let's see the context for this new record. This graph from the Met Office shows temperature since 1850 fluctuating compared to the long-term average, but gradually rising right up to the record high set last year. That's an increase of 1 degree over that time, and that's halfway to the 2-degree limit that world leaders agreed should be the maximum for global warming when they met in Paris last month.
1 degree doesn't sound like very much, but if you think about the differences on a planetary scale, the last ice age was only 5 degrees colder than it is today. And so 1 degree is actually a very significant number, and we're already seeing impacts in the Arctic on mountain glaciers and sea level and heat waves and intense precipitation that are associated with that change in temperature.
In this NASA image, areas marked in red or orange were warmer than average last year. There were lots of them, including the UK, where last year will be remembered for record-breaking rain in December. The flooding that struck northern England had all kinds of causes, but scientists have always warned that warmer air can hold more moisture and can therefore produce more intense storms. And the forecast is for another global temperature record this year. That does not mean that everyone will feel it, but scientists say a warming trend is clear. David Shukman, BBC News.
One of the frontrunners for next month's Oscars is called Spotlight.